What's up everybody, DLDS Gaming here, in what should clearly not be a Godforge video, where out of our usual game, I decided to check out the Project Rise beta. It actually went live at 7 AM UTC this morning at the time of recording, and I think that was like 3 AM my time, so I didn't play until later on when I was awake. But it's running for 2 weeks, so if you want to sign up, you can still jump in. I believe it's open until September 2nd. And like most mobile games, this game began where most of these adventures began when it comes to mobile gaming. But seriously, it really started when I checked out these two videos. I had heard of Project Rise before, but I hadn't really followed up on it, and then I happened to see these videos about the beta and decided to jump in and give it a try. I am a little bit of a Supercell fanboy. I looked up this with all their games, and I dabbled in Moko. I actually played a little bit of the Moko beta and a little bit when it came out. Squad Busters I never ended up checking out. Brawl Stars I played very little Brawl Stars. Clash Royale I was super into early on when it launched. Boom Beach I was super into years ago. Heyday I did play. Ugh. Sorry for that circle. Heyday I did play, but farming games just don't scratch that itch for me. So nothing against the game, just not my style. And Clash of Clans is goated for me. That's one of those games that I kind of fell out of, but I still, once or twice a year, pick up and start playing again, like I'm gonna get back into it, and then kind of slowly fall out of it again. But yeah, I was playing on my phone, so all of this footage is pre-recorded. Let's get into my day one. Set up my name and got into it, and first thing it gives you is it lets you skip the tutorial, or it'll show you. It's not really a tutorial, it's just the guide. And honestly, I kind of just blew past it, but I came back to it later and it is a pretty useful guide. Forgot to call it out when I pointed at the videos earlier, but one of the videos I watched was from Supercell, and the other one, I'll pull up the thumb again, is from Echo. And from watching Echo's video, I kind of learned you want to hard focus one hero, because basically you're going to level up that hero and climb the tower, and the higher up you are, the other heroes won't really cut it until you level them up. So I went Valkyrie over Bomber just because. Thought it would be more fun going around and swinging the giant axe than throwing bombs around. Gonna 2x speed this so we don't have to watch the run in real time. But this was my first run on the lowest setting. Obviously, it's my first run, so I'm going to start on the basic. Sorry, kind of got lost looking for something. But basically you start off on Brave, and then the next, I don't know if you want to call it difficulty or leveling up, because your heroes also go on the same leveling system, but it goes Brave, Mighty, Heroic, Mythic, and Legendary. So you can do those difficulty climbs, as well as those are the levels for your hero. And within each level there's 5 progressions. So for example, you can be Brave 5, and then your next level up will be Mighty. Let me back that up for a second and throw it in regular time. When you get to the end, you fight the boss. Mighty is, Brave is only 5 stages of the climb. Can't really see it great, but that is Brave 1. And you can see over here they're Brave 2. There's different skins available, which pretty sweet. Some are for climbing the tower, and some are just random rewards. And you can see there's quests you complete, get rewards. Those are just basically experience for leveling the hero. Unlock chests once you get enough. I ended up filling up this survey, so this video ends here. Let me load up the other one real quick. So I actually started recording this after I finished another run. Those are rewards from one of the chests. Again, more just leveling stuff, but you can also get skins from the chests. As you level up, you are able to unlock more perks. And I didn't really go over it in the first video, but in between levels you get to select perks going into the next level to help boost your hero. So I was able to go all the way up to Brave 3, actually Brave 4, So that's what I was talking about with the different levels within each level. I forget how they word it in the game. These are just some of the trials that you can do to unlock more different leveling materials. I don't know if I click on it in one of these videos. Oh, here we go. So I don't have any trader tokens yet, but there's a trader where you can unlock more heroes to use. And these little hero, forget exactly what they're called, but these hero icons are also for leveling. Like right now, I need them now that I'm in Mighty. So here's one of my first issues with the beta, I guess. I already unlocked the Mighty path, and we'll get into it, but I think this should unlock either at Brave 5 or you have to do a few runs to level up before you unlock it. But first, we click on a couple other things. For anyone that's interested, there is a voice chat, so you can talk to the other players if they have it enabled as well. I did not enable it. Usually I'm playing on my phone watching TV or something, so I don't want the background noise going through voice chat, and there's not really that much strategy so far. Maybe in the higher levels there will be, but I'm only in Mighty right now. And here I go through the tutorial a little more. I forget exactly what I was looking for, but this is what I was talking about. The heroes have 5 prestige tiers, and this is where each tier has 5 levels in between. And this is a real basic how to play. Climb the tower to earn a score, best 3 climbs determine your rank. Earn trader tokens based on your rank at the end of each shift. From what I saw, each shift is 48 hours, so that's kind of rough having to wait 2 days to get trader tokens. They are available another way. I forget if it was, I think it was rewards from certain paths, but it doesn't give you much. Like I think I have 40 trader tokens right now. If that, I might only have 20. And also the leaderboards aren't even live yet. When I was playing earlier today, there was still like 15 hours to go, so I'm guessing they won't be available until 7 AM UTC again, which again for me is 3 AM Eastern. But I'll have to double check that. Yeah, I just opened my phone to double check and it's going to be available at 3 AM for me. I couldn't remember if I actually clicked on this, but this is what I was talking about. You have the 5 ranks in between each tier, and these are all the resources you need to upgrade. It's kind of tough because I didn't have show my clicks enabled when I was screen recording, which I'll have to work on. But if we back it up real quick, up here you can see create team, and I click on it and it gives you a code. So you can actually play with other players that, or you can play with your friends. I don't know why I was trying to make that more complicated. So basically you create a team and it gives you a code that you can share with your friends to play with them. And obviously there's join team, which is just the opposite. If somebody gives you a code, you can input it there. I clicked really fast. Do I have this on 2 times still? Nope, I'm on regular time. But yeah, obviously if you have a code, you can input it there and you can play with 2 of your friends. So here you can see we're all Brave 4, Brave 4, Brave 3, and we're taking on Mighty. Sorry, this is actually where the game broke. I haven't had any crashes, but I think someone disconnected. So now, Brave 3, 4, 3, and we're taking on Mighty. So it went real quick, but floor 1 basically lasted a minute, and I think the longest one in my first pass through was 30 seconds, maybe? I guess we'll pause real quick to talk about the most annoying bug right now. Set it to regular speed. This pink screen comes up quite frequently now, and I thought maybe it was just with Valkyrie, but I've played with other heroes, and I still get it. But as you can see, it totally blanks out your screen, and I thought it lasted for the length of your super ability. Man, I forget what it's called, but this one up here. But it's triggered by something else. And also, tried Mighty, didn't even make it through the second floor. So that's why I think Mighty should unlock a little later. I've got my Valkyrie up to Mighty, and I jumped in and I kept getting paired with brave other players. And it's been a struggle fest. I think I've cleared it maybe twice. I know I have one clear. Can't remember if I cleared it a second time on Mighty. I did switch to the archer and start playing a little bit. So I went back to Brave, and we won't watch the whole thing, but Brave is light work now. First floor, 35 seconds. Guess we should talk about that a little bit. Let me put it down to speed, regular time, sorry. So I like this, so you're not forced waiting on another player. There's a countdown for how long you get to pick your perks, and it gives you 3 perks to choose from each, I think each level you level up. Actually, no, I take that back. When you go into the stage, it shows you the rewards you're gonna get from completing that floor. So it gives you 1 or 2 rounds of picking perks depending on what your stage rewards are gonna be. In Brave, since it's so easy, I've mainly been going DPS perks. In Mighty, since it's been such a struggle, I've been going for dodge and HP and any type of healing I can find. There aren't really many healing perks though. Basically, pick one, next round, pick another one. And now this floor, you only get 1 choice, which is choice. So you go into the round and you pick more hero abilities or an extra life. This should be pretty quick and get us to the next one. So yeah, you can pick an extra life, which is what it sounds like. You get revived when you die automatically. You don't have to wait for a teammate to revive you, or there's a countdown. I think it's like 20 seconds, it might only be 15. And you'll auto-revive if an ally doesn't revive you. But over here you can choose between 2 upgrades to abilities. So this is what I mean, choose the next floor. So you get to pick, hard is obviously a hard difficulty floor. Survival, I believe it gives you 90 seconds to survive and it just throws a mass wave of enemies at you. For Mighty, it's been pretty brutal, and I mean Brave is basically easy mode now, so it's not too hard in Brave, but I usually steer clear of it in Mighty. Let's get to the end of this run. So going into the main boss, you only get 1 option when you're on Brave, at least. Different boss. We have the Skeleton King boss. I forget what the plant boss is called, but we had the plant boss earlier, or I might be mixing up my runs because I did a bunch today. Nothing to see, more quests cleared, more rewards, more chests. Chests definitely don't come as frequently as they did earlier. See, I cleared all the perks. Got enough to level her up to 5. Not enough to tier her up. I needed some other material. This is what I was talking about with the leaderboards. This was way earlier. Like I said, they'll be available 7 AM UTC on the 20th. There have been a couple surveys that popped up. I think I mentioned one earlier, and I did a second one not too long before recording this video. And also there's a link to their Discord. I'll also link their Discord down below, so if you want to check it out and jump in their Discord. I think I forgot to say this earlier, but I'll also have a link to sign up for the beta down below that I got from their video. So both of those will be in a pinned comment. See, my Valkyrie has a fancy new skin on in this recording. When you clear Mighty for your first time, you get this silver skin. So it doesn't show, it bugged out and doesn't show their tier, but you can see this hero's only Brave 3. Can't read that, but that might say Brave 1. They could have Mighty unlocked with a different hero and then they swap to this hero, but you can see they're already down. I'm almost down. I actually cleared that floor. I don't know if you caught it real quick, but he went down again and came back up. This is a survival that I was talking about. You can see the countdown in the middle of the screen. I don't believe, yeah. We did not make it through the survival. Just real quick, these are the rings to revive your allies. You just stand in the ring, that's how you revive. Or you auto-revive in 20 seconds. And then wah wah wah. Defeated. You still do get some rewards, which is nice, so it's not a total waste. I switched down to Brave, and this is where I gave the Archer a chance. I actually enjoyed the Archer more. The Valkyrie was a little tough on movements. When you attack, you're kind of planted in the ground while you do your attack. So some enemies do have a little I don't know what to call it, but there's a warning of what direction they're going to attack, so you can get out of the way. They don't really have a dodge mechanic in the game, but if you see the little red line coming, you can get out of the way of that. With Valkyrie, it was really tough to get out of the way because you planted until you finish your attack and then you can move. With the Archer Queen, you can see me running around shooting like crazy. And I said Archer Queen, she's just an archer, I believe. And she has that cool little dash, which just helps her mobility. And one of her abilities is you can damage enemies that you run through on your dash. So just another nice DPS, even though it's not a DPS ability. There's actually, I really like her perks as well, because one of the other perks is you can build a mirage mirror of yourself when you do the dash. You can actually see it if I back it up. So this little pink copy of me right there, I don't think it does any additional damage, but it can soak up some DPS while you get away if you need to move. You can kind of see the whole pink screen is still going on even though I switched heroes. So I got the Archer up to Brave 5, and I believe she is still Brave 5 at this point because I haven't gotten the materials to upgrade her yet. And I got one more short recording. I gave Bomber a try. Forgot to turn it on 2x speed. It seems like the pink screen got worse as the day went on. I don't know if you can tell, but it's real obnoxious. And this is in 2x, so it was up for a little bit longer than it seems like here. Bomber's interesting. I didn't enjoy it as much as Archer. I'm not really sure why. It seemed pretty much just as mobile. And his heavy ability was that little barrel roll that you saw, which was a good damage dealing ability, but it also brought you into the middle of the enemy group because you want to hit enemies and do damage. So I guess maybe that's why I didn't really vibe with the Bomber, because you kind of had to go in and get out without taking too much damage. So it was a little harder to keep alive than the Archer, where you could just stay away firing shots. He didn't feel bad, but I just vibed with the Archer more. I think we actually failed this run, which was funny because it was feeling good up until this. But you can see one person went down. I'm getting pink screen to death. Okay, we got the res. Pink screen to death. And everything I heard about this was calling it an AARPG, but it kind of feels a little more roguelike to me, because you're picking these different levels each run, you're picking different perks each run, so it's not always the same. And I know there was a lot of comparisons to this in Moko, and this definitely felt different. Alright, we did win that run. So yeah, Moko had a much more bigger, wider map, and it felt like mobility was more important in Moko, getting around the giant maps. Whereas here, the quick little dashes kind of helped, just space between you and the enemies. You didn't really have a giant map to get around. And that's all the footage I got recorded. If I can figure out a good way to get my cell phone to, or maybe I'll download BlueStacks or something, I'll maybe stream this. But for right now, I'm just playing on my phone and recording here and there. But overall, my day one was fun. There's obviously that pink screen bug that's driving me crazy. But as far as stability, I think I only had that one crash, and that was when I think somebody disconnected. I don't think it was an actual game issue. And it is a beta. Mobile phone has been getting super hot, but kind of to be expected during a beta. I've played a few other betas now, and it's kind of same thing. The game is still getting optimized, so phone's heating up for now till it's better optimized. My only concern is right now it's kind of fun playing Brave and Mighty because the runs are going pretty quick. Once I get up into those higher levels, I don't know how long the runs are going to be lasting. So right now it's pretty easy to jump in, get a quick game in, hop off and do something else. Or if I'm watching TV, I can get a few games in, which is also nice. But yeah, overall I'm having fun with it, and I'm enjoying being back in the Supercell world. I did think Moko was pretty fun, but it was just, with all the time I have in Clash of Clans and Clash Royale, this just feels so much more natural playing with the, in that Clash world. I don't know if I'll do a video tomorrow. Might do a quick one when the leaderboards are live just to show what they look like. And then probably another video when the leaderboards actually reset so we can see that. Or maybe I'll just wait and do it all in one video. Not sure. But yeah, if you're interested in this, it's not my main game. My main game is Godforge. If you haven't heard of that, check out my channel. That's what all my content's on. But I'll be playing this for 2 weeks during the beta, and hopefully if I can get something figured out, stream it once or twice. So yeah, if you want to catch more of this, or if you're interested in Godforge, please give a sub down below so you can check out the next video and get notified if I go live. That's all for this one. Have a good one.